The Palawan State University, the first state university in Palawan and in Region 4, traces its humble beginnings to the teacher training institution known as Palawan Teachers College, which was established through Republic Act 4003 on March 2, 1965. Congressman Gaudencio Abordo sponsored the bill establishing the College of the Municipality of Puerto Princesa. The creation of Palawan Teacher College was in response to the need of additional teachers in the province since most of the available educators at the time came from Luzon, and only a handful were willing to be assigned in far-flung areas of the province. Funded by an initial 500,000 pesos, the university opened night classes to 101 students under the total of 10 faculty members and 16 support staff, using 4 borrowed classrooms from state-funded Palawan National High School. Its first president was Dr. Walfredo Ponce de Leon and 5 different presidents since. The early days of the institution as Teachers College saw its thrust focused solely on education degree. Years later, the school added new curriculum to address the province's other educational needs. In 1984, the Minister of Natural Resources, Teodoro Peña, sponsored the transition of Palawan Teachers College to Palawan State College by virtue of Batas Pangbansa bilang 797, allowing for the university to offer courses in the arts, sciences, and technology. In 1991, Dr. Teresita Salva became its fourth president, with the institution championing the cause of being the place for social change. Under Salva's administration, PSC established its law school supervised by its first dean, Attorney Teodoro Peña. It was also under the stewardship of Dr. Salva that effort to have Palawan State College to be conferred the university status. It was, however, only on November 12, 1994, under the stewardship of PSU 5th President Dr. Crispiniano Acosta, that Palawan State College was elevated into a university by virtue of Republic Act No. 7818, sponsored by Congressman Alfredo Abueg Jr. and David Ponce de Leon. PSU in 1995 offered 11 new academic programs such as Bachelor of Science in Tourism, Marine Biology, Environmental Science, Computer Science, Agribusiness, and Hotel and Restaurant Management, 4 diploma courses, and the first petroleum engineering course in the Philippines.
Palawan State University holds orientation on the implementation of seaweed research and development program parallel to Palawan State University President Dr. Jeter S. Peña's push for capacity building. The Palawan State University Marine Science Laboratory has recently reached a major milestone moment in its effort to develop programs that will ultimately develop the community. Palawan State University Marine Science Laboratory, under the Office of Vice President for Research and Extension, held a seminar entitled Orientation, Strategic Planning, and Creating Workshop on PSU Seaweed's Research and Development Program Implementation, Capacity Building for PSU CCRDs and Campuses. The key presenter, Professor Floridel Bangan-Galon, has graciously shared some information to contextualize the importance of the orientation. The event is the result of Palawan State University's desire to discover the best practices for empowering the community. Palawan State University Research and Extension is currently investigating seaweed propagation as a source of income. Seaweed farming has long been recognized as one of the most promising livelihoods in the Philippines. One of the most difficult challenges that seaweed farmers face is farm maintenance. as seaweeds are vulnerable to climate and environment. Palawan State University has conducted research that has identified solutions to these challenges, making this seaweed more disease-resistant. If everything goes as planned, many Palaweño communities will be able to independently operate their own seaweed farming operations that are not only profitable but also sustainable and long-lasting. It is an alternative way that may provide fishermen who have struggled with the lack of fish in the sea with another source of income and better economic future.
PSU showcases excellence in research and extension in open exhibit. One of the most meaningful milestones of Palawan State University has been confirmed in relation to its year-long celebration of Golden Anniversary. It is headed by the PSU Office of the Vice President for Research and Extension. The exhibit theme was expanding partnerships and internationalization of PSU's research and extension endeavors. Before the exhibit officially finishes, Dr. Patrick Rigoniel, the university's Research Office Director, summed up all the efforts that lead into the significant outputs of the key offices of the OPRE in the recent years. Dr. Rigoniel also mentioned the recent funding forum that the Palawan State University represented. Moreover, the agenda of biodiversity conservation and utilization and the sustainable use and development was being emphasized and identified to have a huge importance. If this will go smoothly, what is planned, then the community will witness the conversion of the Palawan State University from teaching university into a research university. This exhibit featured the most recent accomplishments of key offices, namely the University Research Office, the University Extension Services Office, Panrehiyong Sentro ng Wikang Pilipino, Palawan Studies Center, Affiliated Renewable Energy Center, Marine Science Laboratory, Center for Strategic Policy and Governance, the University Museum, the University Intellectual Property Office, and the Office of the Vice President for Research and Extension.
Palawan State University marked another milestone during the celebration of its 25th anniversary last November 12 with the theme of PSU at 25, responding to the challenges of Education 4.0. Representing the whole PSU community, all authorities, together with the students, faculty, and staff, were united for the commemoration of the university's 25 years of rendering quality service and accessible education to all, empowering the role of the youth, and highlighting the interactive leadership that benefits the common good as what the university's list of core values appoints. Today, the university has been accommodating students in its 19 district campuses all over Palawan, including its main campus in Puerto Princesa City with roughly 16,000 enrollees, faculty, and staff. PSU at 25, University Day celebration, footloose and fancy-free. The PSU community had a one-day breather from such tiring paperwork and requirements for school, as they were able to spend some time with their co-workers and their fellow classmates. Activities were done such as motorcade, a tree planting activity, a Thanksgiving service, and since PSU community has been growing bigger and bigger ever since, lots of new establishments around the campus were venerated. Attorney David Ponce de Leon, former congressman and vice governor of Palawan, who had played a huge part in conversion of Palawan State College into Palawan State University, rendered a message of appreciation for everyone who makes up the whole PSU community for being excellent throughout the year and perceptive to more years to come.
The university's excellent instructions. The College of Teacher Education may be considered as the oldest college of Palawan State University since the university started as Palawan Teachers College, which is the first teachers training state college in Palawan. The PSU College of Teacher Education has been duly recognized as a Center of Training Institution for the DepEd Certificate and INSET programs in March 2008 by the Commission on Higher Education, the Department of Education, and the Teacher Education Council of the Philippines. The Commission on Higher Education identifies the college as a center of excellence for the period of 2010 to 2013 in recognition of its teacher education program, which continuously demonstrated excellent performance in the area of instruction and publication, research, extension, and linkage institutional qualifications, and provides excellent quality pre-service teacher education to meet the needs of progressive teachers for elementary, secondary, and special education programs in the Philippines. Extension. In line with the university's Extension Trust, the College of Business and Accountancy developed an extension program along the following areas. First is cooperative development. They assist in organizing cooperatives, extend fund sourcing assistance, monitor and evaluate cooperatives, and provide technical assistance in financial statements preparation. While for the area of business development, they enhance the business management competence of program participants, extend management consultancy services, and provide technical assistance in the preparation of business plans and financial statements. Capability building and special skills development. This provides relevant trainings in order to upgrade the knowledge and capability of micro and small-scale business workforce as well as cooperatives. Climber. Climber means continuing livelihood intervention with mountain-based ecological rehabilitation. This focused on Paradise. Paradise is plant oil, rubber, and abaca development as industries in a sustainable environment. Transnational education or cross-border programs of the Palawan State University. In the era of globalization, PSU has to ride the waves of transnational and cross-border education to widen its influence and create seamless educational campuses and strengthen its position in higher education, both nationally and internationally, where national boundaries are no longer real boundaries that ought to constrain the delivery of educational services, where there is a need to recast the nature of higher education.